Greetings! It is Thursday. The fourth day of the week means the fourth day of the melodic minor and the fourth mode of melodic minor. So today we'll be digging into the Dorian Sharp 4. Isn't that a lovely title? And that's a much more familiar fingering for me to use, mainly because of the that lift off from the top string, which is used quite a lot, and I use it a lot of times too when I need to reach for the harmonic minor. So that is a familiar fingering. It doesn't make it any easier. It is a bit of a complex fingering. There are a couple of those leaps again. There's the minor third there, and then here there's one. And then you need to do a position shift back and forth on the lowest three strings. So it's not that easy. Having said that, I made it to 110 on the challenge today. I tried it on 115. It was quite close, but I didn't accept the end result. So I guess that we have to settle for 110. This is a cool sound. A lot of times in minor songs, let's say that by the way, for the sake of clarity, we are today on a guitar that's tuned to D full. So it's like a whole step below standard tuning. That's why, even though if we play on around the 7th fret, around the B position, we're still in A. So let's say that we are in the key of A, like this, and we have a song that is in the key of E, which would be okay, E minor. It's quite common that the song moves to A minor at some point. So you can basically create some licks around the triads, around whatever's happening in the scale, and I'm gonna show you an arpeggio later on the video, which I used on one of the songs on the last Christmas album. Anyway, the guitar here is a ESP Eclipse 1 from 2007, I guess. The color is a natural creamy white, and as I said, I have it tuned down to D pretty much all the time. On the Christmas tour, it is even tuned down to drop C, so I dropped the low string an additional whole step. The strings are somewhat thicker. I use a 11 to 56 set on this one, and hasn't really been modified. Besides, we installed my signature EKT stop bar, which is made of stainless steel. It's a wraparound thing that's it's screwed right into the deck, so we get a lot of vibration from that one. And then also a very interesting feature that's quite rare in my guitars, the EMG pickups. I've basically changed from all other guitars in which I had EMGs. I've changed them away to passive pickups. I mainly use Seymour Duncan's, but on this guitar, for some reason, they work great. So I decided not to change it. It is the 81 and 60, the classic combination, the stock pickups on this guitar model. And the funny thing is that I've never really been the biggest fan of ceramic pickups nor active pickups. And this bridge pickup is both ceramic and active. So go figure. Sometimes the combination becomes more than the sum of its parts. And this guitar especially is one of those cases. And I also have to mention that this one has my favorite neck of all my ESP Eclipses. Anyway, let's go into the challenge. We start at 80 BPM today. All right, some, interesting things happening there. It's like fingering wise, but as I said, it's a bit more familiar for me personally. Let's, jump right into 95 and you'll hear how the neck pickup sounds. Here we go. And we start from the place that I showed you before. High string. Sounds great, feels great. I don't know about how it looks, but anyway, I guess that it's time to jump up to directly into 110, since I can't figure out anything like wise or anything relevant to say. There was something that I had in my mind, but let's see if it comes back. 110, and as we know, it's the bridge pickup, it's the third string coming down, blah blah blah. Everything else is the same. Oops. Barely survived. All right, as I mentioned earlier, this is a really cool scale to come up with some licks. We have the triads here. Naturally, there is a minor. But right next to it, in the key, there is a B major. So that's the kind of cool tonalities that I was mentioning earlier, and also beneath that it's the G augmented. There's a lot of cool tonalities out there, and the lick that I mentioned earlier is a arpeggio thing that I've also posted up on my Instagram account. You're welcome to follow me there as well, Erkka Korhonen Official. The lick is something like this. It's basically the thing that I call my signature arpeggio, and there I'm able to use the fourth note of the scale on the high string on a pull-off hammer-on kind of thing. It really creates a cool tone. Very personal sound. Not really like a stock arpeggio kind of thing. It's more like a linear thing there in between. I really like that. So anyway, Harmonic Minor, 4th mode. Tomorrow we go into the 5th mode, which is, in my memory, the only version of the scale besides the 1st mode that has some sort of a name. Which name it is, we'll figure out tomorrow, and until then, keep practicing, keep following, check out the videos. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.